MissMalini's world hopped on a plane to New York City, from morning raves and Halloween parades to a walk in Central Park with Shenaz Treasurywala, and the first ever chomp at 30,000 feet. Meanwhile, back in the Bay, Bandra Road made a huge fashion fab announcement, and BBlunt threw us a massive Halloween hangover party.
You're watching MissMalini's World on TLC.
The first thing we did was drive over to see Nowshad's parents, who we get to see once a year, and they live in Long Island in a nice little house. So it was really nice. It was like a big family reunion all the way over in Long Island. Who would have thought? Hi! Hello! Hi! Nice to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome home. Welcome home. Very good. Come on in.
And I get to see them about once a year if I'm lucky, so always a special treat for me. And I was glad that they got to meet all of the crew and our friends to see what we've been up to for the last few months with this show.
Well, I became a celebrity. I'm so proud of Malini that their show is going
And Sadi?
so
Hey,
good.
I'm
and
also
we are
in the
part
show,
of
by
it.
the way.
We are now officially World in New York City. This is Times Square, and we're about to go on an epic journey, and we're taking you with us. One of the places I knew I wanted to hop off was definitely downtown Broadway and Soho, because that's where you do all your shopping, and you have every imaginable brand that all of us girls love. And even Nowshad found quite a few things, but my favorite was the street shopping, because we found this really sweet man who was sitting on a cart, and he was making bracelets with your name on it. He was just twisting them up, and he made me my very own MissMalini bracelet as well. Thank you so much, it's perfect. Whenever I go to a new city, I try to find a designer who's been there for a few years, who can tell me about the vibe of the city and show me what they're up to. So it was awesome to meet Shreya, who's been there for a few years, and her whole concept of clothing is from the sheets to the streets, which means you can wear her clothes to lounge in, but then you can also jazz them up and go out for a night out. So tell me a little bit about your background. How long have you been here, and what kind of clothes do you design?
So I was in Bombay. I still own a production company in Bombay, and
cool.
I was also on television for a little bit.
Nice.
But I always wanted to do fashion. That was my passion. My brand is called Maison de Papillon, and we've been here for around 1.5 years. This is my 4th season. And the garments are all based on a concept called sheets to streets. So all the garments that you will see here can be worn in the bedroom, and if they're styled appropriately, they can be worn up to the boardroom.
So what have you planned for me today? What looks are we going to go for?
I have a model who will put on the looks for you,
Nice.
and you can choose from there.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
This is a Virginia dress. This is 100% silk. So this is our Audrey dress. This is named after Audrey Hepburn.
This is stunning.
This is chicken embroidery from our very own Lucknow.
Nice.
It is lined with silk. Everything is made in New York in the garment district.
So it's so hard to pick because all 3 of the looks were so gorgeous, but I think the Audrey is my favorite, and I would love to try that on.
I've been to New York several times around Halloween, and I've never been to the parade. And it was insane. I had no idea how big this thing was.
Halloween in New York is utterly insane. Literally everyone is dressed up and pours out onto the streets in costume, ready for a big night out on the town. I saw everyone from the Lion King on the subway to every imaginable superhero in the parade. went up to this dance studio. It's run by a friend of mine called Pavan, who dresses like Hulk Hogan every year, and he was so fun. He invited us in, and he had all these dancers who were performing during the party, and it was nice and warm inside. It's a beautiful day in New York City, and I'm so excited to be here with Annie, who invited me to the most awesome experience that I've never heard about before, which is Morning Gloryville, which is daytime raving. Tell me what this is all about.
So this is all about getting out of bed early in the middle of the week before going to work and just coming and shaking off any inhibitions you have and getting embodied and gathering, connecting with people from all backgrounds, all ages, all professions, like dropping any judgment and just getting down to it, dancing like there's no tomorrow. Launched in Bangalore in September this year. Now we're on Facebook and Twitter, so just type in Morning Gloryville into your Facebook, Twitter, and you can find out some stuff there.
I love that. So let's show some love to everyone over in India. We're gonna go in. Hello, gorgeous. Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
No one ever had a friend like you in so long.
One of the more moving parts of our trip was when we went to the 9/11 War Memorial. And I still very clearly remember the day it all happened. I was in college at Yale, and we were all just watching it all happen on the TV screens live. 13 years after the fact, and to see how they've transformed the place into a beautiful memorial was really touching.
Huge fountains for where the towers were, and people leave little white roses in memory of the people that they lost. It's actually quite beautiful.
So I'm really glad we got to see that and take a moment to remember what happened there so many years ago.
So today I'm meeting a friend of mine, Shenaz Treasurywala, who of course you know is a Bombay girl, but she spends half her time in New York. And she said the only place to meet and talk about this is in Central Park, one of her favorite places. So let's find out what she has in store. Hello, gorgeous. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very
Welcome
well.
to New
You
York.
look very happy. New York is suiting you.
I am happy.
I heard you were coming back to Bombay. Yes or no?
Well, I'm back and forth.
Okay.
4 years ago, I came to New York on a vacation, and I just auditioned for something, and it was a soap opera called One Life to Live, the biggest soap opera in America. And I went through 5 rounds of auditions, and they actually booked me.
Wow.
So I got all my furniture, moved everything to New York City 4 years ago, and then I did 2 years of that. Then the soap got cancelled. So then I came back to India. I was doing a movie, which is now releasing, Mayor Mr. Right. It's releasing on the 12th.
With Baran Sophie.
Exactly, who's very popular. And so it's releasing on the 12th of December. So I'm back and forth. And then I came back here.
So you've been doing so many things. Brown Nation, Mayor Mr. Right, which is coming out
Shenasty
now.
Show.
Shenasty Show. But a little birdie told me that there's something much, much bigger in the works. Can you tell me about it?
How does Miss Malini know everything?
I
That's
tell
what
you, I
I
have to
want
kill
to
you.
know. Okay, so this is the thing. I was moving back to India. I sold my last piece of furniture, which was Indian furniture. By the way, if you ever want to sell Indian furniture in America, just put Kama Sutra in front of it. Kama Sutra bed, Kama Sutra bench.
It goes like that.
I actually made profit
Good
on
tip.
all these Indian things that I bought from Chor Bazaar. Shh, don't tell anyone. But anyway, so now I'm furnitureless, and I'm like, okay, 2 days, and I'm going back to India, and that's it. And I get a call, and they're like, we want to congratulate you. We want you to work with us. And I was like,
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
you're kidding. Because this is a big, big channel in the US. It's a dream job, and I don't want to jinx it. That's why I don't want to talk about it yet, but you will know soon.
That's awesome, and you heard it here first. I'm so happy for
Thank
you,
you.
and we cannot wait to see what it is. Stay tuned to MissMalini.com for all the deets.
Remember Kama Sutra if you want to sell anything Indian in America.
New York has these ice rinks that pop up during the cold season, and of course that meant that Malini was dying to go ice skating. Now I had been ice skating some 20 years ago, but I have to say, for some reason, the older I get, the more difficult I find it to balance on two tiny blades. But I'm glad we did it because it's kind of a typical New York winter activity, and Malini was all smiles, so that made it worth it.
No, I never had a friend like you in so long.
Hey, we're My Pet Dragon from New York City, and you're watching us on MissMalini's World on TLC.
While I was in New York, I also wanted to make sure to catch up with some Desis who live in New York, but also love to play music. And then I asked Monica Dogra if she knew anyone. And she told me about this band called My Pet Dragon who live in New York, and they're really cool and fun. And they came and met us at Bryant Park skating rink, and they played for us as they walked down the street. So it was really cool, a little piece of fun from home all the way over in New York.
When I met Rena, I was living down the street from my drummer. The same night I met Rena, I met Monica Dogra, I met Ajay Naidu, and inspiring people. So it was kind of a life-changing moment when I met all these characters. Can I keep this feeling with me always? You cannot take this feeling from me, no way. How can I keep this feeling with me always? How can I keep this feeling?
One of the coolest things about my job is that I get to fly on these amazing aircrafts. Now I know Nowshad was so excited, totally geeked out over this A380 Airbus because it's that airplane in Emirates that has 2 levels. It's a double-decker airplane, which is super cool, I have to admit. And we went and first checked out the lounge, which was just amazing. You have everything you need. You have like everything you can think of, and snacks and movies. Kind of like Nowshad's dream flight, something you would never want to get off of.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? I don't know.
No, it's an A380 airplane on Emirates Airlines in the first class cabin, and this is utter luxury.
Welcome to Chomped.
Can I,
Get your own food, bro.
It's not that I don't love what I have here, but...
Okay, despite the differences, I direct the show, you produce it, in the end you pay me, so here you go.
I love when I get freebies from you, so I pay you.
Happy sampling some octopus here.
You have octopus? Get out of here. This is a meatball, I think.
Give it back. Come to me, meatball. Give me a meatball. Give me a meatball.
Yeah, why did you do that for me? Yeah. What, Tanmay?
It's been a pleasure doing business with you for the past 4 months.
Here's to many more good things for me, and maybe for you as well if you're hanging around with me.
You too. Chomp on MissMalini's World.
Okay, are we done?
We're not done.
Yes, we're done. Bye.
Last month,
See you.
bills. You owe me money.
Thank God.
You owe me money.
If I can't see you, I can't hear you.
I do all the hard work.
Now this is true luxury.
Hello?
Stewardess.
Hello?
Stewardess.
We'll see you season 2.
Don't need to know where I'm going. Don't need to know, no, no. Don't need to know where I'm going. Don't need to know.
And of course, when I came back, I had my whole Mintra haul Marv had prepared for me, so I wasn't so worried about not getting enough sleep. It's more important to have the right clothes.
So true.
Wrong.
Malini and me played dress up for the final time in season 1, and it was a really fun dress up, and we did 4 looks as usual. This time, the way I planned the look was we went from day to evening. So it was a very light flow from the cream, light beige top with denims, and we slowly graduated to a nice party girl look. So yeah, it was a really, really fun shoot.
I had the most exciting news of the day when I woke up, and I couldn't wait to scoot over to Marv and tell him all about it.
After all these weeks of researching and spending time on the streets, looking at clothes, playing with clothes, we finally making clothes. Bandra Road, in collaboration with 335th, are going to be launching our own line of really cool street-inspired fashion. Our clothes are here.
It's finally here. The wait is finally over.
But now what do we do?
So Marv and me, being us, we just wanted to play dress up. So we took the products, looked at them, and saw exactly what goes with what.
We had 4 changes. One of my favorite look was this long, really white cape with a pair of grey pants. Our styling was very, very street inspired. There were like these baseball hats and like really cool shoes. The main focus of this shoot were our clothes, which is again bare basics of what you need to be on the street. It's just like raw and completely who you are.
You know, sometimes I'm so happy that I married a huge nerd.
Be a better human being.
We have the most amazing new app, by the way, on Viber. We can now do public chats. This allows us to create a chat room, which is a MissMalini MM World chat room, and we can talk about all the things we gossip about in the office, and people can follow along and get the gossip firsthand right here. One more way to follow Team MissMalini.
That's right.
One of the reasons I was really looking forward to coming back, even though the New York trip was quite short, was that I knew that BBlunt was planning a special Halloween hangover party for me and had all of the staff from all of the BBlunts come in costume. And it was really nice because we had all of my team there who I hadn't seen in a while, her whole team, and a bunch of our fun celebrity friends who dropped in as well. And everyone dressed up, which was really cool.
The girls always know what they want in their makeup. They have all their lists ready. They want their eyes done, they want their cheeks done. Like, the girls really made the most of their Maybelline makeup.
I like dress-up parties because it lets me do just stupid things and just be as goofy as possible. That's why I showed up not only as a pirate, but then proceeded to take my beard and spray paint it all kinds of different colors because just a regular pirate's outfit won't do.
I was talking to someone and suddenly to my left, I saw this woman pass by and I turned around like, whoa! That was Adhuna Akhtar.
One of the coolest things about the BBlunt Halloween hangover party was the live music. Now, live music always changes the whole environment. And Mikey McCleary, who has released the Bartender Shaken Not Stirred album, and I love his music, decided to do a live act for us and perform TV dinners.
Hi, I'm Mikey McCleary, and I make music.
Little things you do for me and nobody else make me feel good.
I'm from New Zealand. I was actually born in South India, and I went to school in New Zealand, and then I moved to London. About 15 years ago, I started coming to India after I did the first Lucky Ali album, and India kind of got addictive, and finally I shifted here.
You never can get
So today I'm performing my own songs, English songs that are from an album that I recently released called TV Dinners.
I'm with you, I get led astray. When I'm with you, I do whatever you say. When I'm with you, it's like a
It was really a fun and light-hearted way for us to cap what has been a really pretty crazy ride for us on this first season.
Get a piece in the action. Don't need to know where we're going. Don't need to know. Don't need to know where I'm going. Don't need to know. No, no. I don't need to know where I'm going. Don't need to know. Don't need to know where I'm going. Don't need to know. No, no. Don't need to know where I'm going. Don't need to know. I don't need to know where we're going. Don't need to know. No, no. Don't need to know where we're going. Don't need to know. Don't need to know where we're going. Don't need to know. No, 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 no.
Thank you, everyone. We've had such an amazing season and so much fun. In case you've missed any extra footage or any of the episodes, all you have to do is log on to MissMalini.com because, of course, the blog goes on. #MMWorld. That's a wrap.
You're watching Miss Malini's World on TLC.
Woo!